Every month your agency sends you a report full of numbers. But do you actually know if those numbers are good or bad? I managed over $85,000 in contracting ads, and most common issue I've saw with contractors is that you guys are counting on the numbers you see and you basically never question it. So today we're going to talk about how to read reports, main metrics that you should know before reading reports, and how to judge your current marketing team. So let's go straight into it. So the first one we're going to start with is going to be cost per lead. So cost per lead. In marketing terms, we call it CPL. This is the main number that tells you whether your ads are working good or whether your ads are not working good. So let's say you spent 1K, got 10 leads. So we can derive that your cost per lead is going to be $100. So $100 you're paying to get one lead on your website form, or maybe a call, right? So how would you tell if your cost per lead is good or your cost per lead is bad? Here we have to talk about benchmarks. There are just basic numbers that you should aim. So let's say you're working roofing, right? So for roofing, based on my experience, you'll pay around $80 to $200 per lead. If you're in HVAC, it's going to be around $50 to $100 per lead. If you're in a service business like pressure washing, moss removal, so all of these home services, your cost per lead can be ranging from $15 to $70 per lead. Well, if you don't know how to calculate your ideal cost per lead in your niche and how to calculate your monthly budget to spend on Google Ads, you can watch this video right here, which you can access by the link in the top right corner. If you look in here, you can say that roofing, paying $200 per lead, it's not actually a lot. Let's say you get 10 leads by $200 per lead. So you will pay $2,000 to get 10 leads. Usually in roofing, 40% of the jobs are closed. So now it's going to be for customers. Each customer in roofing, in like roofing replacement or roofing installation is 8K, and it can generate you 32K. Here you can see that having 200 cost per lead is actually worth it, because spending 2K on ads will bring you 32K in revenue, which is very, very, very good. And suddenly $200 per lead doesn't seem like a big number. So the next metric is going to be our conversion rate, CVR. Conversion rate is percentage of people that convert from clicks to people who fill the form. We have all clicks on your ads, they convert to form submissions, and the percentage of people is conversion rate. So let's say 100 people clicked on your ad. With 5% conversion rate, you will get 5 form submissions. So how do we know if conversion rate is good or not? If you're doing your ads alone and you don't have quite a lot of experience doing ads, there is an industry standard which is 5%. Anything above 5% would be perfect for you. But in case you're working with agency and with dedicated marketing team, you should aim at around 10 to 15% conversion rate, because now you're working with landing pages and all of that stuff. But if you're under 5% conversion rate, the problem is likely your landing page, and that is 99% of the time. So here I have a live proof of this. I will go to one of my clients. We'll go to search terms report. We're gonna go here. So you can see here we have 9 form submissions and conversion rate is 3.61. And this is considered very, very low conversion rates because this is their landing page, and that's where this kind of 3.61 number comes from. So now here's a little bit advanced things that you might want to learn. Conversion rate is also a diagnostic tool. What do I mean by this? So let's say you're running campaign and you can see that, let's say April 5th, your conversion rate is 8%. And then after a month, let's say it's going to be May 5th, your conversion rate drops to 4%. This is a significant drop. This is 2 times lower conversion rate. And note, here you didn't touch anything, because conversion rate can vary by itself, but if it varies really differently and there is a sudden jump downward from 8 to 4%, it means that you guys are having issue with keywords. So when this happens, first thing you should do is check your keyword match type. You're likely have a lot of broad keywords. Like let's say one of your keywords is gutter cleaning, without any angle brackets, without any quotation marks, just gutter cleaning. So when you're using this broad keyword, when somebody searches for by gutters, well, it will trigger this keyword. So a lot of people that are searching irrelevant stuff to your service will be clicking on your ad, and therefore you'll be charged, and therefore conversion rate will drop. So this is one kind of thing I noticed when I was auditing other businesses. So in order to investigate this, go to your Google Ads, go to your search term report, and look for what people are searching here. So as you can see, every keyword we have here relates to our business. And we only had one case here where we had to exclude a keyword, pressure washer. But everything else in this campaign only attracts relevant keywords, and we are only paying for relevant keywords. So that's one kind of thing for you to look at. Next thing we're going to talk about is cost per click. This is how much money you're paying per click. So when somebody clicks on your ad, your wallet balance gets deducted. For me to tell you what's your cost per click, I cannot actually come up with an exact number, but what you could do, you could just go ahead and Google average cost per click Google Ads in your service. In here, it was one contractor. We managed to reach 3.13 cost per click. Let's say I'm gonna go to a different business. Average cost per click for $7.67. Because if competition in your area is big, you'll be paying more per click because you're competing with more people. But what I want to mention here is that high cost per click is not necessarily bad, because let's look at the math. So let's say your cost per click is $15 and you have 10% conversion rate, which gives you $150 per lead. But now, if we have $5 cost per click and our conversion rate sucks, here we'll pay $500 per lead. So this tells you cost per click doesn't really matter as long as your conversion rate is good. But if your conversion rate is bad, it means that everything sucks. And here's what most people don't know, is that your cost per click is directly affected by your quality score. Quality score shows basically how relevant are keywords to your landing page, and it ranges from 1 to 10. So let's say are people searching for gutter cleaning. If they land on moss removal page, obviously here the relevance is very low because they're going to close this page as soon as they land on it, because that's not something they had been looking for. Therefore, your quality score will be around 4. But if they looked for gutter cleaning and landed on gutter cleaning page, your quality score will be close to 10, because here the relevance is high. And what I see most contractors do is that you guys are sending your traffic to your homepage. When somebody looks for gutter cleaning and you send them to your homepage on your website, this drops your quality score because homepage is irrelevant to your gutter cleaning. Yes, it can list gutter cleaning as a service, but it doesn't talk about gutter cleaning only. So instead, you should send them to gutter cleaning landing page, and this will boost your quality score. Now, why should you even care about quality score? Well, quality score influences your cost per click. So the better quality score is, the less you will pay on average for your click. Let's say there is you and there is your competitor. Your quality score is 10. Your ads are very relevant to the pages that you're sending traffic to. And your competitor does this mistake. He sends all the traffic to homepage. He has a quality score of 8. So Google is an auction. So every keyword has its own bid. How much you want to bid for a keyword. So let's say you want to bid maximum $7 for a keyword. And your competitor wants to bid the same amount, $7 in your area. So your bid is the same. But here's where it gets interesting. Your cost per click will be lower on average. So let's say you're bidding $7, but Google will only charge you $4. But since your competitor bids same on the same keyword and has lower quality score, he will pay the full amount. He will pay $7. This is not an actual math. This is just to illustrate you what is going on. So you here will be in a winning position. You will save money on your ads and you will have better cost per lead. Next one is CTR, it's click-through rate. So CTR shows what percentage of people click on your ad after seeing it. So let's say your ad popped up, right? And somebody clicks on this ad and goes to your landing page. So the percentage of people who clicked on the ad and got to the landing page is called CTR. 1,000 people were shown your ad and only 50 people landed on your page. Therefore, your CTR is 5%. If your CTR is low, it means that your ad sucks. It means that your ad copy is not compelling enough for people to click on it. People are just seeing it and are scrolling past. But here is where it gets interesting. If you have high CTR and your conversion rate is low, it's actually worse than low CTR. So just think about it. Low CTR means people are not clicking. So if people are not clicking, you are not charged. But high CTR with low conversion rate means that a lot of people are clicking, but none of them are getting converted. So you're basically wasting your ad spend. This is very expensive. So try to avoid having this outcome. In this case, fix landing page. Because having a lot of people click on your ad is good if they're relevant searches, but not converting people is bad. Therefore, if you increase your conversion rate, which is only done in the landing page, you will fix this problem. How to increase the conversion of the landing page? This is something I will make a whole video about. Now, last metric we're going to talk about is impressions. This is the easiest metric to understand. It's basically how many people have seen your ad. This number alone doesn't mean anything. The only time actually impressions means something to you was a little bit more complex metric called impression share. It means that what percentage of all the available ad spaces your ad was shown in. So if your impression share equals to 30%, it means that your ad missed 70% of potential searches, which can be either caused by low budget on your campaign, like 10 or $5 per day, or it can be caused if you bid too low. So in Google, you can switch to manual bidding for the keywords, and if you bid too low, your competitors will just outbid you and your ads won't be shown. So basically, you're not just spending money, you're just stagnating. Now, if your impression share is low, but your cost per lead is good, it means you should increase your budget. Because in here, it means that although your ads are not really showing everywhere they can, but you're paying very good money for it. So if you increase your budget, you will still be getting more volume with the same cost per lead. So that's why you increase the budget. If your impression share is high and your cost per lead is low, it means completely opposite picture. You are showing everywhere, but no one is converting. In this case, landing page needs to be redone, or your ad copy needs to be redone, either two. So now, after we understand all of these metrics, let's learn how to read our report. So we'll have to go to campaigns, we'll have to go insights and reports, and we'll have to go to search terms. This is basically what people are searching, their exact query. Here we have our CTR, here we have our conversion rate, here we have cost per lead, cost per conversion. So let's diagnose this account, right? I will show you the overall statistics so you can see them here. Our conversion rate is 14.46, which is insanely high. Remember, I told you the minimum you should have is 5, but here we have almost 15, which is 3 times higher. It means our landing page plays a very good role. We can see average cost per click. So it's $7.67. So here we're paying a little bit too much for clicks. So what we can do, we can switch to manual bidding and try to bid less for keywords, and that will kind of maximize our ROI, return on investment. So now we can look at CTR. Industry standard is from 5 to 10%. Here our CTR kind of sucks. It's 6.43. So what should you conclude as a contractor? You should conclude that your ad copy sucks. You need to go change your ad copy. But overall picture here is good. We have $53 per lead. It's Canadian, so it's awesome price per lead if you're charging $800, $900 per job. Now let's go and look on the other example. So I'll start with conversion rate. We see 3.61. We have very low conversion rate. It means that all the money we're spending, we're just donating them to Google, almost. We're paying $86 per lead, which is incredibly high. Then our CTR is 5.45, which also needs an improvement. But our cost per click is good, because this area is not very competitive. It's a separate city. It's not a very busy city, so you'll pay a little bit less per click. But the whole picture is that we need to improve ad copy. We need to improve our landing page, because landing page for this business is very, very bad. So after you kind of get comfortable with all of these metrics, this is how you can diagnose your ad account and know what you should do in your next step. If you are working with an agency or any marketer, here are the 5 questions you should ask them every month to make sure that your guys are improving, that you're moving in the right direction. So the first one is, what's my cost per lead and how is it compared to my last month? So your cost per lead is not just a number, right? If your first month's cost per lead is $40, next month your cost per lead is $60, it means that your marketer isn't really doing a great job. Ads are not getting optimized, landing page is not getting reviewed, and you're moving in the wrong direction. The second one is, what's my conversion rate and what's affecting it? If they can tell you what's driving it up or down, it means that they're not managing your ads enough. They're not optimizing your landing page enough. They're not optimizing your ad copy enough. They just can't talk about that. So the next question is, what's my CTR and what's driving it up or down? So if they cannot answer this question, it means that they're not managing your ads enough. Because if they did, they would say that, oh, we recently added this thing on landing page. It improved our CTR. Oh, we removed that bad copy that was causing bad CTR. We replaced it by a better one. If they can't tell you what exactly they did to improve your CTR, it means they're just made your ads one time and charging you money for the rest of the months, not doing anything, or just doing their own stuff, you know? Now, next question is, what is my cost per acquired job? A note, not the lead. This question will catch a lot of people off guard because this is not cost per lead, this is cost per acquisition, so per actual paid customer. If they cannot answer it, it means that they have never tied your ad spend to your actual revenue, so you don't know how much you are in profit, because that's basically the only number that matters to you. And last question is, what did you change this month and why? So this is the same kind of question with conversion rate. If they cannot tell you what they did this month, it means they haven't done shit this month and they just charged you money as a retainer. If your agency cannot answer these 5 questions in 5 minutes, you have a problem. If you want me and my team to look into your ads specifically, tell you what's working, what's not, how to improve your landing page, just book a call with me directly using the link in the description, and I wish you a good day.